MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's the pivotal Game 5 of the World Series between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, this is still anyone's series here as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, they're down 3-1, so it's do or die time now. That's not a good place to be, obviously, but we do see some teams play their best when their backs are up against the ropes. The key is to just take it one game at a time and not worry about how many more wins you need.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2022 New York Yankees.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. How do they go about staying alive in this one, D-Row?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
Trevor Bauer gets the call in Game 5 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy pitched well in his last one, getting through 7 innings in his last start. We'll see if he can turn in another quality start and pick up the win in this one also.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Batting third, first baseman, Jason Murillo.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count. He wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. They trail things here 2-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Jason Murillo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Shot toward right center. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. Striding in once again, Kyle Schwarber. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So stepping in, Jason Murillo. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Murillo.
First delivery to him on the way. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 3-run shot to right center field. His 8th in this series alone, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion.
Leading off the inning, Jason Murillo, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very...
Now the pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. Legs churning. He's headed for second. Throw into second. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here. Having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Eric Foot. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Cutter misses, and it's 3-1. Check that 2-1.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Murillo stands at second with no outs. Runner goes for third. Strike taken to throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
One of the keys to stealing third is to get a big lead off the second, and that's just what happened, even though this catcher has a cannon for an arm.
Still even at 2-2. 6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Alfaro is in pursuit. He's there and records the first out. And the runner from third scores as they try to work their way back into this one. Leading off the inning, Wilson Contreras, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Murillo comes up with it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Jason Murillo. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1. Well, this one's been a bit of a head-scratcher, despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way. Looked like he lost his release point and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Eric Foote, in a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Eight runs, 11 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through into center field for a base hit. Scoring is the runner from third, and that'll cut the lead down to 1.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute there.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You know, you always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
Jorge Mateo will come on now and pinch run here.
Mateo. Now batting, center fielder, Brandon.
Now both runners on the move. Pitch inside the throw. It's there. He's out trying to take third. And a poor gamble in hindsight there as the inning is over. Yankees forced to settle for 1. We're on to the 9th now in game number 5. It's the Cubbies 10 and the Yankees 9. Back in the Big Apple as we're set for what remains of this one on MLB Network.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
Plenty of offense here in this one as we give you one final look at the line score. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
Here now is the final
11-9 is how this one ends. The Chicago Cubs force a World Series Game 6 and have avoided elimination. Johnson is credited with the win. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 56 minutes. Our paid attendance here tonight at Yankee Stadium, 53,325. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 6 of this year's Fall Classic between the New York Yankees and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, obviously, a lot of things still up in the air as we get ready for Game 6.
It's been a tight series so far, which we kind of expected when we started. But now it's backs up against the wall time. The series has shifted locations, and now these guys need to win the final 2 games at home to win it. This crowd should certainly help, but they've still got a tough task at hand.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2022 Chicago Cubs.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. What do you have on this lineup as they go for a championship here on the road, D-Row?
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. You're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes 1 grain on that bat and you got a potential 3-run bomb. Look out for these guys going deep today.
Enrique Hammonds will look to keep their World Series hopes alive on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it's not a good thing when you give up 6 earned runs. You kind of put your team behind the 8 ball. It's tough to win when your team has to score at least 6 just to tie. This guy's a much better pitcher than he was in his last one, and he's going to have to be if they expect to win this game here.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left.
Next for New York, Jason Murillo. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Hit out towards second. Baez has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Here's Jason Hayward now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball that just misses inside.
1 ball, no strike.
Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner. 2-1.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there. The old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
The 2-1. Very on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. Here now the 2-2. And in on him there as this is hit softly to third. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down, and he looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Anderson, Russell.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Smoked on the ground left side. That'll be a base hit as well as it's through into left, and they've got something cooking here in the bottom of the first.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Batting third, first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he had. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Hayward at second. Russell on at first with nobody out.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Chris Bryant.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Rick Ryan.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. First and second now, 1 man out. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a 3rd time.
3-0 to him now. The 3-0 pitch. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
I'll tell you, he's looked unsteady out there since the first pitch he threw. A couple of hits and a free pass, so he's really searching for an answer to get back on track. We'll see if he can settle down here.
Batting fifth.
So in now for Chicago, Kyle Schwarber. And a golden opportunity here to give his guys the lead and aboard. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. One and 1 to Schwarber. Now the 1-1 pitch. Chop foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And that misses 2-2. The 2-2. Line toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out hit. One run is scored. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Hey, one of the things you want to do, D-Roll, is strike early, and they've done just that with a big hit driving in two.
Yeah, Dan, great to grab an early lead right there, especially when you can throw up a crooked number for your pitcher.
Batting sixth, catcher, Wilson Contreras.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Digging in now for the Yankees, Jason Murillo. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 home. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last three pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Here now the 2-2. Is hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Unbelievably, his 9th of this series. As the Yankees have tied things up, it's 2-2. A majestic home run, and we'll look at it again with show track. The velocity off the bat came in at 117 miles an hour, so that's one of the hardest hit home runs you'll see all year long. Amazing stuff. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Rizzo.
Attempt here, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So coming to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. And right into the shift, and that's through for a hit.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan. They don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can right into the shift and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, D-Roll, when you've come up all the way through high school.
Digging in and looking for more, Jason Murillo. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Well, you don't see this very often, Matty V. A 2-strike straight changeup. But this guy changeup is one of the best in the league. We'll see if he tries that different approach this time. And maybe if he gets to 2 strikes, try to use the fastball a little bit more than that straight changeup.
1-1 the count. Drilled on the ground is short. Russell's got it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. At the plate, Jason Murillo.
First baseman number 25, Jason Murillo.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded to third. This could be 2. There's 1. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game. And it took 6 here to get the job done. But, hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. The Chicago Cubs even the series at 3. They don't get any bigger than this. Welcome to Game 7 of the World Series, exclusively on MLB Network. It's the big one, Game 7 of the World Series between the New York Yankees and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, everything to play for here as we get ready for Game 7.
No doubt. This has really been what you'd call a World Series for the ages. Back and forth, a lot of well-played games, plenty of drama and intrigue. And now it's all come down to this. One game, 9 innings for the World Championship. Can't ask for more than that, so sit back and enjoy. Should be a lot of fun.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2022 Chicago Cubs.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Vero, what's the key if they want to be crowned World Series champs here tonight?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control. And that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach. Not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
Everett Rodriguez will be the Game 7 starter here in the World Series in front of his hometown crowd. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy pitched well in his last one, getting through 7 innings in his last start. We'll see if he can turn in another quality start and pick up the win in this one also.
Batting third, first baseman, Jason Murillo.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. The windup and the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jason Murillo. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. First offering on its way. A ball and no strikes. VR leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate, so he'll step out and ask for time. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. But the runner's back easily. 2 out with the man at first. Hit sharply on the ground. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Now batting, third baseman, Eric Foote.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So it's 2 runs on.
Leading off for the Cubs, second baseman, Javier.
First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball that finds the outside corner. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Anthony Rizzo.
Ripped down the first base line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Stepping into the box, Jason Murillo. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a ball, 1-0.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. Zimmer at second with 2 down. Sent out to straightaway center field. Alfaro has it in his tracks, and that ends the inning. Forced to settle. Coming to the plate now, Jason Murillo. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. A high fastball is in there. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 3 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for the Yankees to this point. Line toward the alley in left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. And it remains a 3-2 ball game.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for New York, number 48, Kevin Seagrist.
Here's Jason Hayward now. No hits to this point.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Seagrist is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Yeah, that strategy is great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's ugly. And he was here to face one guy, and he couldn't get it done.
Here's Addison Russell, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here.
Russell.
First offering on its way. A fastball down near the shoe tops. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Kelly on the move. Makes the play. 1 away.
No runner, no runner. Hold it right there. Hold it.
Now at the plate, Anthony Rizzo. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Rizzo.
He's set. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. Hayward leads off first with 1 away. The 1-0 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. The 2-1. Hit sharply on the ground. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Man, I don't know how, but they've been booting the ball all over the yard, and they still have the lead. Sometimes you win despite your defense instead of because of it. But they can't keep doing this and expect to be successful.
Here's Chris Bryant now. And this is as pressure-filled a spot as one could imagine, with this World Series potentially hanging in the balance. And Seager starts him with a strike.
Hey, these mechanics ain't out of the textbook The Art of Pitching, but he seems to be effective with what he's doing.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that their quality take.
And it's fouled away. Count still at 1-2.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left stranded. 8 innings are complete. We're on to the 9th in Game 7. It's the Yankees 3 and the Cubs 2. Welcome back to MLB Network. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the 9th inning is set to get underway.
Leading off for the Yankees.
Striding in to start the 9th, Eric Foote, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. The count now at 2-2. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone. Striding in once again, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford.
Missed with a breaking ball. The 2-1 is strike 2, swinging. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. This one's down to 3rd. Throw gets him. 2 down. Ready once again. Ty Kelly. 2 out, nobody on.
Ty Kelly.
Popped him up. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. 3-2 pitch. And this one misses for ball 4. And the Yankees get a base runner here with 2 away.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Kelly is off of first with 2 away. 2 balls and a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this one's in the dirt. Struck him out, so it remains a one-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. One left for the Yankees, but they still lead it 3-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Luis Severino comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 40, Luis Severino. Now playing right field and batting in the 9th spot, number 20, Brandon Nemeth.
Here's the first pitch. Up around the face. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
Too high as he misses again here, and it's 3-0 now. And oh, not so fast, partner. A called strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1 now. The 3-1. And this is taken for ball 4. So just like that, the tying runs aboard to start the home half.
Well, there's only a one-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
Digging in and looking for more. Wilson.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Here's the first pitch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Now the 2-1. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is one pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
The 3-1 pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Murillo has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Here's Javier Baez. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider. The 1-0. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball.
2 balls and a strike now. Quick check on that tying run at first, and he'll dive back in safely. And another throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. Once more, a throw over, and he'll dive back in. Now the 2-1. Looks at a changeup on the inside corner for a strike. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Hit down the third baseline. And this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Albert Alfaro. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. And a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul. The 1-1 pitch. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Has them down to their final strike. Comes fouled off.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Foul toward first, so they'll come back and line it up again. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And they're back on top of the baseball world. The Yankees are once again World Series champs.
Well, nobody was good to say they didn't get their money's worth in this one. It took 7 games, making this one of the most competitive and historic World Series in baseball history. So they earned this one, and they can now...
Back now on the show. More reactions now to this series-clinching victory. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Yankees. 3 runs on 9 hits. 3 errors. They left 6 runners on base. For the Cubs, 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.